All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indoor Farmer. I am your host, Waylon, the Indoor Farmer. It is Monday night, March 24th, 2025. It's 8:30 Central Time. Every Monday night, we go live and show you what's going on, kind of work to make these things more popular, to be a little more self-sustainable, a little more self-sufficient. So check out what I got going on, but really it's about all of us, not really just me. We're going to show you a little intro for about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to give me some time to hit some shares and tags. If you could help me out with that, I would appreciate it. We will be right back. Let's grow.
Every corner of the city, where the wildfire's strong and bright, lives a man named Waylon, with his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer, no fields, no barn, no plow. His farm's indoors, his harvest shared on the airwaves now. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. On Sunday, games are rolling. At 5:30 they start. The Indoor Farmers Game Night, where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The Indoor Farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. Tuesdays for the reviews of people, places, things. Waylon's got the scoop, from artisans to local wings. Wednesday we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the lands. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast, where the urban farms the sea. He's not just farming indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, connecting all the dots. He's not just growing indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the Indoor Farmer, connecting all the dots.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let me make sure that, yes. Okay. We're good. Hells yeah. All right. We are live Monday night. It is March 24th, 2025, episode 177. It is exciting to be so far along in, close to that 200 mark. First it was like, oh, 100. Now it's like getting close to 200. So it's exciting. I do have a lot to show you tonight. I've got a video that we're going to play right off the bat. That's actually a couple hours long, but I'm probably just going to kind of skip through it a little bit. I used my camera that's already hooked up to my computer to record me in the garden area. So we'll see how that goes. Let me pull up the X live chat over here. If you guys could help me out, hit that like button, share it out with your friends, share it out on all platforms, share it cross-platform, that'd be fine too. Otherwise, we're going to get down to business. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on over here, and probably a lot more that I could have done or should have done. But you know what? Micro progress is still progress. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily calling myself saying that I'm micro progress, but I am saying that even when you feel like you didn't get enough done, but you got something done, make sure that you get something done. That's kind of my thinking on it. Had my son's birthday over the weekend, his party and stuff, so it was pretty busy over the weekend. I do have a couple. I have a couple of videos to play a little bit later. That's going to be just my dog eating, but she's eating like human food. Like my mom made this. It's sort of made a dog food with turkey and veggies and this just different stuff that she knows is good for dogs. I don't know what all was in it honestly, but she loved it. Rice. That was it. Rice, turkey, a few other things, and it was plain ingredients. Good for dogs. Just for fun, play that video later on. Now I have a video somewhere in here. Okay, here it is. Hey Sheena, how you doing? I got multiple sponsors going live at the same time I do on Mondays, so it is what it is, I guess I should sponsor their shows in return. Like, hey, how can I sponsor your show? Let's see. Like, well, I don't have a show. Well, yeah, the thing that you do right at the same time I'm going live. Like, that's your show, right? I see you over on Kick too. Thanks for popping over there. Okay, here's the video. Probably just gonna, play the audio. Turn it down a little bit, and I'm going to be skipping through it a little bit as well.
Everybody. Hey.
You can hear me pretty good. Okay, good. This was kind of a test run of this. Turned my camera a little bit more.
Maybe get the hand back. Don't know if this is going to be audible. We're going to give it a try.
I could not get my phone to sit there.
Cut that out. Just cut that part out, please.
Just cut that out, he says. We'll cut that out later, bud. I'm thinking 8 or 8:30 is going to be my permanent time. Or what does everybody think about me switching to a daytime show? Morning, like mid-morning show, 10 a.m. If I did my work during the day, well, not my work, but I'd be working off camera the rest of the day, I guess. But hey, Kayla, Sheena over on the Rumble. Appreciate you going on the Rumble. Rumble's like the only one I can really count on to see like the numbers and everything else. I am growing all right over on X, so shouts out to anybody watching from X. But I can't trust the numbers because they don't show the concurrent views.
Holy cow! Look at that! I didn't see that big guy back there.
Yep, I'm taking I'm recording myself taking more video, and we're going to be showing that off in a little bit here. Hey, what's up,
Crazy, I don't
DC?
want it to
Let me
burn.
start pulling you guys on the screen here. Sheena on the YouTube,
There.
Kayla, and then Sheena jumping on the
Some
Kick. I saw you on Kick. See you
Jezebel,
over on the
loving
Rumble.
life over here. Just
And
no water
DC
for
over on
like
the
2
X.
weeks.
What's up, my guy?
Insane.
If anybody wants to come up and
Hey, we got that little pepper
hang out
down
and
there.
co-host with
Looks
me, you're
alright.
welcome. Always looking to get your
Not bad, not bad.
opinion.
Let's see. I took one up from over here. Is that big one back there?
The audio worked out a lot better than I thought.
Possibles. This is kind of.
I'll just shut up so you can hear me.
Here, though. We need to just pull some leaves out of there. Give it a little room. Throw these over here. Yeah, we need to get these gloves on.
Yes, I look ridiculous in that outfit. I was like, for some reason my arms were cold, but I wanted to wear shorts.
Come on, Phyllis. Maybe she'll come back.
This guy needs to do a little more fasting.
That's a shame.
Shit. Oh yeah,
Done
poor
some
Phyllis.
research. Didn't do any research.
Poor Phyllis is dead, guys.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
Yeah.
Free. It's my little microgreen garden where I just like I find the tallest ones and I trim all those off and I throw them into some food or whatever. Gotta clean those trays and re-amend that soil. Maybe get some bugs in here. I want to get some praying manti and maybe some ladybugs for fun.
I have the music up too high.
Bury all this stuff.
That's a problem.
Another video for that.
That's a problem.
Water over here too. This is pretty wet. It's pretty moist soil over here.
That's where I buried all that broccoli.
Worm's gotta be loving it.
Oh no, now he's singing. Holy cow.
It's tucked in there. Hey, we got new broccoli growing out there. Interesting. These onions are looking nice. These radishes are growing, which I just kind of left alone. I did eat one of the leaves there, though. Oh, we're past.
Can you make out what I'm saying, okay, guys? Anybody?
I gotta stop every 3 minutes because my, transferring.
Were you guys
video
just?
online
Is anyone still there?
is not.
Anybody?
Not as easy
Anyone there?
as-
Anyone else?
3 minutes is about the max before it becomes difficult. Probably should take this whole thing out of here, actually. It's a big thing. Probably cut a lot of this stuff out. Let's get a photo of these onions. That just happened. Good picture of that broccoli. I have to get rid of a whole bunch of this. Try to get a good picture. Got it. Actually covers my other table too. Let's see. Now we can kind of find a spot to set up and record some work.
With friends who light up the sky, cannabis clouds up so bold, shouting fire.
Guess if nobody really cares what time I go live, I'll just start doing it. Probably. Shoot, I don't know.
3.5.
I wouldn't mind doing a daytime show. I just don't know if I'll have the viewers, although I don't anyway. So I guess it shouldn't matter, should it?
This broccoli.
I'd throw everybody for a loop if I switch times. They'd be like, we all got to switch times now too. Son of a gun. You can hear me pretty good. You can hear me now or the recording on the video. Sorry to be confusing. Can you hear the guy that's sawing the
There we go.
Dark Whalen?
It's a healthy one, but
My alter ego there on screen. DC on the YouTube on the Rumble. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Let's try it again. Let's get a picture. Shut it off.
Look at that Jezebel right there on the floor next to me. She's looking pretty good. She's not real bushy. I could probably top her a few times, get her to bush out some more. I have plenty of time. I have to make some decisions with her. I'm either going to take her outside as the weather gets nice, finish her outside, or keep vegging her out in here until I can get my grow lights put up and my electrical done. DC, I was thinking about that. I mean, I think I could maybe take out some of the circuits that are two prong. I'll talk about it later. Yeah, this video is pretty long. I'm just gonna skip a little bit here. Whoa, that's weird. Get it straight, video. Let's go. There it goes. Look at that, chopping up more broccoli trees.
Oh shit! Throwing weapons in the garden.
That thing could be a weapon for sure. You could hurt somebody with that. May not last very long, but
drill. How many minutes we sitting at?
they're gnarly.
Okay, that's on.
Yeah, she's getting big, but I need to kind of keep her at a manageable size for a while. I have no need to grow her really huge. I don't think they're easy to deal with when they get bigger. That's about even that's going to be pretty big flowering the way she is now. Right now, guys, I think I have some video of this coming up, but you'll see me a different angle as I just chop up the.
Up for the wormies.
Yep, chopping it up for the wormies. You're right, bud. He's right. It's my only friend right there. Just kidding. I mean, well, you know. Were you able to see me on X, DC? For some reason, the video on my screen is all jacked up.
We're in a time lapse so that I don't have to worry about stopping every 3 minutes. Seasons change and so do we. From dependency, now we're free. With every harvest practice swell in the knowledge that we've learned so well. Figured maybe I could use this video. I don't know if my audio's coming through, but it's okay if it's just the music.
Man, I can't get X to play at all. You can see me on Rumble, yeah, but could you on X? Because you're the only one that commented over there. For some reason, I can't get the video to play. Huh. Now my profile won't load. It's always something. That's weird. Always something from somewhere. Okay, that's weird. But good thing that you can see me at least. Just loading or a thinking circle. All right, we're going to skip some of this. It took me a while. I used to detassel for you. I got a closer up video of this, so kind of a double video, 2 different angles. So let's see if it's worth it. I had no reason for doing this. I just did. Kind of feel how soft it was underneath there with all the broccoli that I had put underneath that corner. Pretty soft. Pretty soft. There's probably some wormy action going on in there. Hey, what's up, Cripple Cannabis Cowboy? I love this pirate shit. Pirate metal. Oh yeah. The pirate metal songs are good. Must have been a couple of songs ago. Hey, Margaret. Come on in. I'm gonna zoom in. When I get done with the videos and pictures, I'm gonna plant some more microgreens over here. Want to try to get 2 trays done this week. I have 1 tray that we're going to show you some pictures of. It's looking really good. It's my favorite tray I've done yet. Although I don't know, the sweet peas were really good back in the day. I just didn't harvest them when I should have. I always feel like if they're still growing, they're alive, which means that they're not going to go bad. But when you cut them and harvest them, then the clock begins. The clock is already running because they're getting too big. They get too big, and then they're not microgreen anymore. So we learned a lot last week on Monday from our friend Scott from Stewart Microgreens. Taught me everything I need to know about microgreens, and he can teach you. He's got a special kit that you can buy. It's pretty cheap. It's a small starter kit. Oh, hey, speaking of Margaret, here she is. It's a good song, Margaret. Miss Maggie. Those individual trays or one big ecosystem. What do you mean? So I'm working in one big table. What did I call this the other day? It's a veggie table. Here it is. It's a veggie table, guys. That's what I'm working in right there. A veggie table. Right? Am I right? Anybody? Happy birthday again, Margaret. Every time this comes up, it's happy birthday, Margaret. Yeah, it's cool, man, but it's actually, it's a learning process, like to find out what I can grow together as far as their seasons they like and the type of water and how deep of a root system they need. So many things to deal with, and I still need more light above it. I'm working on that as well. So there's a few things that I'm learning. Well, no, I've learned a lot actually, but there's a few things that I kind of have to make decisions as I continue on, like such as a drain. I could put a drain in on this table if I want to, because there's no drain. It's just all sort of absorbs the water, and then I let it dry out. Not like crazy dry out, but and the bottom has pebbles and clay pebbles and rocks and different things on the bottom to kind of help keep it aerated, and that's the idea anyway. So I may end up needing to tilt it. That side that I'm on there, that end, I need to maybe raise it up a little bit, like an inch or so. Put the drain, or maybe the other direction, whichever way. Actually, it would come towards us, towards the camera, because the potato bin is in that back left corner there, and the potato bin is where I'd probably be watering the potatoes. Water will go down through the bin into the table and the veggie table, and then run down through the table to the drain. So it's being fully utilized by everything. I've got biochar in there. I've got a bunch of cocoa core. I've got a whole bunch of worms and roly-polies, arthropods, if you will. So I've mounded up all of the scraps that I just chopped up from broccoli, cleaned up the table a bit. I'm not trying to add a bunch of stuff right now, but the broccoli and the stuff I'm burying is popping back up and growing more. So it's like I don't have to plant a whole lot. It's just kind of perpetual. I have to decide what else I want to put in here. I'm definitely putting the miniature tomatoes back in this veggie table. Mini tomatoes, like I'd like to have like 6 plants all over this table. Not giant ones, just manageable little tomato producers. I've got basil already. Oh, I forgot to do that. I was going to harvest some basil, start getting some basil drying so I can send some out to you guys. Speaking of subscribers, go subscribe at locals.com, specifically at theindoorfarmer.locals.com, and get the exclusive after show plus all of the other perks, the not having to be here when I do giveaways, and also the number wheel, which is up right now for any subscriber to get in on. You can get in on it for $2 a month or $20 for the whole year. So here's me trying to figure out a different arrangement for this water. I walked away and then and then it just started spraying on the floor. But I got it taken care of at some point. Might partake in a little dab here with you live on the show tonight. I'll just do like this, or no, I'll just move my camera and we'll just do it right off screen. I am going to do the after show. I'm going to try to get some of the game night wins taken care of and distributed, if you will. And I also was going to say, I want to congratulate Sheena for winning game night and thank Mama Rochi and Michelle Paris for playing. And a special thank you to Jess, Rosebud, Pretzel, Rosebud, Rose, Pretzel, for coming up on screen. She was going to play, but kind of got on there late. I think she's going to try to play next week. Those were my last 2 pair of gloves. I found another single glove of a different type, so I can use tonight during my transplant, or not my transplant, but my planting of trays. Getting full, it looks like. Yeah, that's one problem with this design, is all that sediment, all the solids and stuff build up in the table and then clog up the metal mesh that I have covering each of the downspouts. There's 3 downspouts. Again, this was my first table I designed, so I'm definitely excited to design a new one, but it's going to be a lot of work, so I hesitate, It's that procrastination in me. Looking for wormies and some arthropods over here in the aquaponics system, and then I just take them over to the table. Oh, hey Margaret, I see you on the kick. Kick. I see you. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. I found a giant pepper that I couldn't see in the back of the pepper plant there. I'm excited to show you guys that. Oh yeah, so I moved. Oh yeah, let's skip that song. I went over there to take that song off. I put that green screen up to help block the light from my face while I'm over here on the computer. Let's try to get, okay, there it is. This camera's drunk half the time. So here's how we water the table now. I was painstakingly taking half a gallon of water at a time, scooping it out of the aquarium while fighting the little fish from getting in the pitcher. And I did that for months. Finally decided to get a pump, a second pump, and a tube or a hose. This isn't even the final iteration. I mean, I definitely want to improve upon the irrigation system here. I could run that hose like permanently and have a T put on it so that I could water other things too, but run it like in a circle around the table, you know, in a big square, or maybe like a zigzag across the table, and then cut little holes in it, you know, along the tube. It's my thought, but I don't know how necessary that is. Like, I'm not trying to put a ton of water in the table. I put more than 6 gallons in one time. I put a lot in, and it just absorbed it all. It wasn't bad. I don't want it to be that wet all the time. Obviously, I don't want to draw aphids or anything like that. This song's about Twisted Cannabis. They do a game show right at the same time I do my game show on Sundays, or like a half hour later or something. And they sponsor game night. It might be live right now. Whatever that means. Alex Jordan is live from Mythic Genetics. He's another sponsor from game night. In the glow of the screen where ideas take flight, the indoor farmer shares his green light. With wisdom on Wednesdays, his voice is heard, guiding us through the world of the absurd. All right, so you get the gist. I move around and water the table slowly too. It's a good speed, but it's not a lot all at once. You know, it's not flooding the table. I might upload this whole video to like Rumble or YouTube or something. Sometimes the uploads do pretty well. Or it's a different feeling when you don't have, or when you see the view count versus live view count. You upload a video, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm watering Miss Jezebel there with that same hose from the aquarium, straight out of the water in the aquarium. And I don't think it look down eventually. There it goes. In the heart of the city where the green leaves grow, lives a lady named MJ with a glow, you'll know. With her initials so clever, she's the queen of the bake. MJ's baked goods. So it's like a trickle. It's better than a trickle. It's a pretty small pump, but I don't need much more than that. I almost want to have like an adjustable pump where I could go fairly small with it. Or, I could turn it down or turn it back up, or adjust it. In other words, hello, duh. But yeah, it's just something. It's one of those things that right now it's good. So see that dirty fan right there? We're gonna take care of that today. I want to hear from you guys. First of all, let's see a hashtag WTIF. Anybody that's alive and awake and has 2 thumbs out there, or I don't want to be discriminatory. If you have any way to text hit that hashtag WTIF. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you do with your fans, your box fans, when they get dirty, especially when it comes to grow rooms and stuff like that. What do you do in between grows? Do you wash, clean your fans somehow? What do you guys do? I also made a mess here coming up. I opened up the vacuum in here, and it's not a good idea. This is a little crappy vacuum that was in the house when I got here. I just use it only down here for the basement grow areas. It's not the best vacuum, but it's a sort of work vacuum, you know what I mean? So I tried this first, and it didn't work. Hey, Kayla's awake out there. Cheers, Kayla. DC. Cheers, DC. DC, you want the link to come up, man? You want to be my co-host and put some input in on what you see me doing? You don't have to, but I'm gonna do a dab in about 2 minutes now. 2 minutes at that 710. 710 on the West Coast, that is. My camera got all, whoa, what am I doing? Use this rechargeable blower gun on my fans. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Sure. Okay, yeah, let me send you the link. Had to go get the camera again. Cam, come on over here. MJ, the glow you know. Okay, let me get DC the link. Sending it to your personal profile, D. There you go. So I decided to take her apart. First took her apart, used the vacuum. That wasn't good enough. Decided to take them upstairs and wash them off. Actually wash them. So we'll just skip ahead a little bit. You can get the gist. Well, actually, we're going to do this dab while I work. I'm thinking about doing I keep talking about this watch party, and I don't actually have a review for tomorrow. So I know there's only a couple people in here that will talk. I'm wondering if anyone's interested to watch a movie, do a watch party on Locals. Guess I'll make a post over on Facebook and see what people say. Everyone I know is still glued to Facebook, except for a few friends on X. I shouldn't say ex friends. They're new friends. There it is, 7:10 on the West Coast. Cheers, guys. Am I at temperature? Yes, I am.
In the glow of the screen we chase our dreams. With content crafted by hand, it would seem. But algorithms dance a mysterious waltz. We post, we pray, we adjust the faults.
DC.
Oh, the web's a wild maze where we spin our tales.
Where you at?
Honest hearts and sea of sails. Through likes and
Cheers, guys. Cheers, cheers.
find our way to build our
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
crafting our legacy beyond the screens. For every honest effort, every shared truth, there's a community forming from youth to old sleuth. In this vast internet where we toil and strive, may the honest ones flourish, may they truly thrive.
May the honest ones flourish, not the grifters and the liars and the stealers.
Tale to tell, it's quite profound, about a show where wonders bloom, right here in your own living room, under the lights, in a cozy
Hey,
space.
DC in the house.
That's the pace. Stories of the small and great.
What's up, man?
Discoveries in every land.
Not doing too great. Got a lot of
No?
health issues going on with me.
Yeah?
That's why I've been kind of like a little silent for maybe about a week.
Hey, man, you gotta take care of you first. You don't have to come up for sure if you're not feeling well.
I'm good right now. I was just took me a while because I was trying to find what you were asking about, which is this.
Okay.
The name is on there.
AppMat.
Yeah, and so you recharge it. And it's got some power to it. So like you take your fans outside, turn them on high, and then blow the blades at the same time.
Yeah, I have something like that. I have something like that. What's that?
Is that pre-recorded right there? What's on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the screen here. I'm just off to the side. I'm in this other little box.
Nice. Well, I've got, I think it's about 10 of the 34 mongrel seeds growing. What was it? Lemon Rizzo and Rainbow Haze. It's doing pretty good. Let me give you guys a little peek.
Yeah, this video is almost done. So I used wipes. I used like Clorox wipes once I took it apart after I washed the. Hold on, man. Let me finish this. Got a couple minutes, and then
Okay.
I'm just gonna skip through it, and then we're gonna pull you up on the bigger screen.
Oh. Yeah, my head.
Yeah, see, so there's my fan just torn apart. Your head, what?
I was talking to my wife. I was telling her my head ain't right. I'm gonna have to smoke something.
Yeah, so that's just my fan stripped down. I wiped down the whole fan, but stupid me, halfway through, it took me halfway through to decide to unplug it while I'm wiping it down. Like, yeah, probably should unplug it for sure. All right, I think that's gonna be about it for that video. Okay, back to us while I set up the next video here. Or the pictures. I'm going to share the entire screen.
Can you hear me pretty clearly?
Who's me? Oh, yeah, I can.
DC. Okay. Just want to make sure my mic is working.
Yeah. Yep. You got a mic?
Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it came with Chew, and yeah, they work pretty good. I like them. keeps the noise from the beard off the mic.
Yeah, because you bump into it with the beard. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put some music back on. Can you hear that or no? Yeah, that's a little louder. Just go.
I could hear it.
I don't want it to be too loud, but I also want it to be audible. About that. That should be good. All right. So this was my last week's harvest of mustard, spicy mustard, brown spicy mustard.
What's on that?
It was so crazy, the flavor, man, so strong. Like one little sprout would be like this powerful flavor, and it would be this like whole like range of flavor as you're chewing on it. Like there's like this whole different change of flavor, and I'm not sure, like a profile, I guess. Now I was showing it as I grew it, and there was a whole section that didn't that got mold and didn't clear itself from using peroxide because I did it wrong. I had it covered for too many days. Now this next one you're going to see here in a few pictures, I did a lot different. We're going to explain the difference, but yeah, there was mold still underneath some of this, and so this is actually what it looks like after I cut everything off I wanted to cut off. It's kind of like, what, everything that looked decent enough to eat still, and I wasn't trying to really nitpick it too much and get every little bit. I still got quite a bit. You're going to see here. That's what I got. I rinsed it off, and then I let it dry out on the counter on some paper towels, and then I've thrown it into some stew. I'm going to see that in a minute here. Do you see my picture of the stew that I made, DC?
Oh yeah, the stew. Yeah, I saw that the other day. How'd it turn out?
So I used every bit of this. I think, and another potato too that I found after this. So I put all of this in that stew, except for I took off all the dirt, of course, and the extra roots and stuff, little small roots. Oh yeah, this is when I just randomly found a couple more potatoes after the first harvest.
Huh.
They're like a couple like tiny ones too, basically seed potatoes, but I ate them.
So you
That's
reuse
potato.
the soil, correct?
For this, I do. It's a little different with pots, but the whole point is that I try to get as many worms and arthropods all swimming around through this. And I'm hoping to get some other things like different plants. Of course, I have a few plants already that the pests don't like, but then get more of those. I want to get praying mantises. I want to get some beetles. I want to have like this whole, little park going on inside there. So I buried all of this for some good wholesome nutrition in the soil. The roots were kind of stuck. It's so gross. It's big peeling of roots. Kayla says your stew turned out really delicious looking. Oh yeah, I ate the rest of it tonight. I had like a bowl and a half left to eat, and I mean they're packed full too. I mean I had a nice full bowl plus another half a bowl. I thought it was going to take me longer to eat, but nope, 2 days.
Well, let's smoke me a bowl real quick. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh, look at this guy. This is before I chopped that broccoli down. Need a teeth whitener. So this is last week's. Shit, I can't even remember what I planted now. I'm going to have to go back and check out last week's episode because I can't remember what I planted.
Labels, man. Labels help.
Yeah, I mean, it was only one tray. I was like, yeah, I should be fine, right? I didn't think about it.
Hotheads.
Yeah, I don't want to blame it on Mary Jane, but labels would be the answer. That's for sure.
Yeah, we've got a label printer, and like all the trays I've got right now, cracking seeds. It's quite a few of them. It's like close to 40, but all in total of seeds now we've got like about 1,400 seeds of all sorts of stuff. But yeah, the label printer helps.
I have a printer.
I don't stick them on. I don't really stick them on because that's just where you're cracking your seeds. So I just lay them on there. I put my my heating pads, then I start stacking the trays on top of each other after putting your water and your paper towel, scatter your seeds, close the lids, and I just put the label right on top. Once I take them out of there, that's a different story. Then I start sticking them on there, the area that they'll permanently be.
Yeah, I mean, I actually usually have my cannabis labeled, but I need to start doing that with the trays. Crippled Cannabis Hip Cowboy on YouTube says, after losing track of so many, I actually make it a practice to label everything now. Never went so nuts.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah.
It does help.
You know what I thought the first time I grew microgreens? I thought, oh, I'll be able to tell what they are as they grow up. I'm like, well, they're not supposed to grow up. They're supposed to be like 3 inches tall, and then you eat them. So, let's see. Let me look at a few, and I'll be able to point them out. I think I did the kohlrabi. I'm pretty sure I did the kohlrabi. Purple kohlrabi, that's the purple one. And bull's blood beets seeds. Those are the two I did. The one in the back.
Like the last one you said, did you say bulbs?
Bull's blood beets. Bulls.
Sounds like something the worms would like.
What do you mean, like blood meal?
Yeah, for the worms, like anything that you have excess of, the worms will definitely chomp on that.
So I didn't leave the lid on as long this time. I didn't actually put a lid on top of the seeds directly either. I'm almost letting them just do their own thing. But the problem with that is that they're not going to grow uniformly and the same height. That's why people put those lids on there. The problem with that is the mold. So I got to just figure out how they get around that. I think what they do is probably just take the lid off for I don't know, maybe an hour or something every day, but then put the lid back on. I'm not sure.
Well, what I did from that last deal of the microgreens that you had, and I forgot his name.
Scott from Stewart Microgreens.
Yeah. That conversation that took place. Yeah, I've got a spray bottle with some distilled
peroxide. Yes.
So anytime I think that something's going on, it doesn't hurt to give it a little spray.
I do. I did that with this new tray, and it made it a lot easier. So here is the picture I posted. There are only a couple things that you can see that are not something I grew.
Right.
which would be this cucumber. There is a mozzarella ball and this sweet pea pod right here, and I think those are sweet pea pods right in there. And then maybe that's a cucumber, but everything else that you can see, it was grown in here at Maccabees Live Market. Let's cheer. Let's do a dab to that. Growing pretty good on XDC. Thanks for the support over there, brother. I see you liking my stuff. I'm at 1,030 now. 1,030. I think it seems to go a little easier once you get over 1,000.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Is not just hit that like button, but say something.
Right.
Tweak that algorithm. That's what I do. Is when I fully support people, I want to make sure they're always on my feed, and I don't just hit them likes with the hearts. I do a reply or a comment.
Try to add something to the conversation. Yeah.
Just not giving up and just keep on doing it, and yeah, that algorithm will be in your favor.
You just ordered some bull's blood beets the other day, Kayla? Okay. Was there any reason for it? I'm not sure what they're good for specifically, but I'll cheers to this beautiful pot of deliciousness.
Wouldn't that have a ton of iron?
Here's a couple days later. It's all going pretty good.
Yeah, I see them stems.
Yeah, those are bull's blood beets there. And back to the stew. Broccoli, I agree with that. Sweet pea, nope. Green bean, nope. So I chopped up some peppercini peppers. I put them in there. We got those red potatoes. We got sweet potatoes. We got chicken that I had already cooked in the cast iron skillet. I had seasoned and cooked those, and also wrapped them in bacon. So there was bacon, chicken in here, and then I took a chunk of beef from a roast that I bought for the dog, for my miss baby Mia. Took a nice red chunk of beef and put it in there that had some fat on it, just to cook into there. I didn't even end up eating that piece of beef because it was just a big gristly fat piece, but it was going to be good for flavor and for fat. Let's see, put cucumbers, green beans, and sweet peas in there because those are the veggies I had, and I needed to get some of them eaten. So then I put from down here in the farm in the Maccabees Live Market, I put basil, green sweet peppers, green onions, radish microgreens, the broccoli, and then of course the two types of potatoes. Oh, and the mustard, the spicy brown mustard, microgreens.
How many servings did you get there?
2.5 for me. So 2.5 my servings, not bad. Chris asked me if I cooked it down But no, I didn't want to cook it down because it's like basically it's chicken noodle soup with a bunch of other stuff added to it. So I wanted that broth too. I added, salt, pepper, cumin, turmeric, garlic powder, and chopped onions. I think that was it. It was delicious. Look at this. This is a 4K video. Might not be playing that well on StreamYard, but for me, I can see it.
It looks good on this end.
It's in 4K and 60 frames a second. I don't think StreamYard can even play that much. I don't know why, but growing beets seems to fascinate me. It's even feasible and indoor. I don't see why not. Crippled cannabis cowboys asking if we could grow beets indoors.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, here's the next day. It's getting there. It's going to be another week or so. Actually, no, I think this was today or yesterday. What I say this was it's a weird name. Purple kohlrabi. Purple kohlrabi. So they're both like red. There's blood beets and purple kohlrabi. That's why they're both kind of purplish.
Yeah, I think out of the 4 microgreens I've got going on, that purple kohlrabi is one of them.
Nice. So my basil has one branch still going strong. There was a whole bunch of branches, and it's just it's going crazy. I'm gonna have to get that out of there before it gets burned by the light. I'm gonna have to go and just put it in the drying rack to harvest. Got some green peppers. There's one down here. There's one back. There's 2 up here.
That bell pepper, or what are we looking at there?
Yeah, just sweet peppers. But these plants have been through a lot. They're old now too, so for them to produce anything, it's pretty good. There we go. You can see 4 of them right there. Look at that one. That's as big as my biggest pepper right there. It's kind of deceiving because it's right next to that half-gallon pitcher. But it's like it's in front. It's in the foreground, you know.
Have you ever tried the chile poblanos?
Never heard of it.
It's so think about that type of pepper you've got there, but instead of it having that curled bottom, it's got a tail, and it's slightly darker. So it's not really hot, and some of them may have like a little slight kick to it. Nothing close to like the common jalapeno. But yeah, you use those in Mexican dishes to make chile rellenos, stuffed pepper.
Like a stuffed pepper. Okay,
yeah,
I like those. I like stuffed peppers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this. What's that?
We'll have some of that growing this year, so yeah, I'll probably do a nice video on it and like the preparation of the dish itself.
I got to figure something out with this electrical, man, for this plant and for the safety of my house. But what I'm thinking about doing, man, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All these outlets I already have that are two-prong, they all run to the box. If I just disconnect those circuits, repurpose them for three-prong plugs,
Hey, just run ground lines.
and then I'm still running the lines, I'm still running the wires, but I will give myself more room on the box, which isn't the real major problem. The major problem is then how much overall amperage I'm draining.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that will solve at least one issue, which is I only had 5, slots left. And honestly, I don't need all the two-prong light switches if we can add in like a set of 3 instead of sets of 1
Yeah.
in different places. That would be good. Anyway.
Well, you could still convert those existing.
Yeah, but you have to run the ground, wouldn't you?
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Okay.
Especially that you're doing everything in the basement. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, so she's looking good. I'm going to have to chop her back a little bit because I'm trying to wait for the weather to get nicer and or get the grow light put up in the other room.
Are you trying to have her outside?
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get my grow room completed with the Panda film, but then, Red 6 makes some good points about the electrical hazards.
Yeah. Well, if you want, we could focus on that room alone just to get that up and running.
Right. That might be what I have to do.
And then worry about the rest of the rooms later. But yeah, that should be pretty quick.
So you see this small pepper at the bottom, and then you can kind of see the big pepper behind the branch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like way bigger. It's crazy. Okay, here's a picture of the table currently. That was before I buried a bunch more of it, but I know this is before I chopped the main one down. There's poor Phyllis. Oh man, poor Phyllis. I think I killed her, man. She might be able to come back. I don't know. There's some radish microgreens that I buried and just started popping up.
How do you feel that you did some damage to Phyllis?
Because she doesn't have any more leaves.
Oh, just because you stripped her?
All her leaves fell off.
How's the root system?
I don't know. I'll have to dig around in there and see what's up. It was good when I planted her in that, but
probably want to take a look at that root system, and if you want it to grow back, get some sterile like gem blades and do some slits, and powder it with that root stimulator.
Yeah, I have seen things like that. That's a good idea.
You want to be more effective with the root stimulator. Take some raw honey and aloe, and you put it all in the cup, and then you add that root stimulator to it. Stir that up, and then you can really saturate that area you want. Roots to come.
I wonder if I can buy that locally or if I'm gonna have to order it.
Got to be plenty of local farmers here that got raw honey.
Oh no, not honey. I mean the rest of it. I have a sponsor that makes honey, so
Over there in Grow Up, they've got that powder for the root stimulator.
got aloe and the other thing you mentioned. There's Jezebel, my little mint plant. Pineapple back there, still growing, but it doesn't look healthy or happy. It's kind of everything's all bunched up in there. I need to trim it back somehow. Poor Phyllis. Her stalk is still green. I don't think I overwatered her. I mean, I might have overwatered her initially, but then I let her dry out and she didn't bounce back. Yeah, there's the radish microgreens that I just eat when they grow, as they grow bigger. All right, it's time to trim it up. Let's go. You guys saw me do all that for no reason. Looking at how moist it is. Pretty moist. Got the green onions. I just love these, man. Throw these into everything. Throw them on some steak when you cook it. All kinds of stuff. Got them in kind of like rows. I got these from the store, and then I just let them grow until there's at least 2 stalks, and I can chop one of them. I don't know how to get them to propagate and grow more, but I'll have to figure it out one day.
You should be able to get some seed from some of them if you just
Just leave them alone.
Yeah,
That's the hard part.
Grow eventually.
Yeah.
Seeds from them.
Here's some broccoli growing up out of the scraps that I had buried.
Nice.
I can eat that. I need to chop more of this out, though. I need to get rid of that one. Let some of these smaller ones grow and finish up. I did get rid of this, though, after this part of the video. Here it goes. Yeah, I just chopped it down. It's a big-ass tree of broccoli. Oh, no. I'm not supposed to play this song. Remove. Remove. Let's play. Let's see. We'll do that. Oh, we missed the best part. Dang it. Man, that thing was beefy. Beefy. A knife that I'm holding is the knife that I had with me basically the whole time I was overseas. I used to eat with that knife.
Nice.
I found the non-serrated edge version of it. It's like sister knife. I bought that one too. Haven't really used that one much. But that one has like a serrated portion of the blade, and I use it for a lot of different things. I used to anyway. Now I guess I'm using it again. So it took me a while, but chopping up all of this, some of it was easier by hand, some of it was easier with the trimmers. Look at that thing, man! It's got some weight to it as well. Like if I had to guess, I'd say a good 5 pounds. Started using the trimmers, but ended up just using my hands. Trimmers for some of it. If it's like too leathery, I can't get it to snap. So I chop it all up as fine as I can, relatively, and give it, bury it underneath for the worms. And so far, it's been working for me in this table. Like there's a lot buried in the table right now, so I need to kind of give the worms some time to catch up, or maybe I'm thinking about ordering more worms. Actually,
Never hurts.
I mean, I thought they would propagate, and they do, but not fast enough for me. I'd like to get some more. So, of course, this is me cleaning up the fan. Use the vacuum first, and then some wipes. Just trying to hurry it up a little bit. Yeah, what do you guys out there do with your fans? Do you just replace them? Sometimes they're cheap enough to do that. But in between grows, DC, you said you just blow them off. I kind of went overboard since I spent the time to take off both of the shields. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna really clean it out good because I took the shields off. But right at this moment, the fan is still plugged in, which was not a good idea to be wiping a wet disinfectant wipe on there. So I'll be careful, but like that was still stupid. At some point in here, I did unplug it though, so you know, just a forewarning. It was hard to hold that up. It would have been harder on the ground, or I didn't really have anywhere else to maybe over on the bar, I guess. But it was kind of annoying. Kept moving around on me as I was trying to hold it and wipe it at the same time. And put on these shields. There you go. Speed him up. Speed him up. Cheers, DC. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
One by one. And there we go. Back together. Nice clean fan. All right, so that was the last picture, but I do have a couple videos real quick to play. I'm just gonna go all the way back to them of my doggo, just for fun. So she really loves excuse me, like a clean sort of whole food type diet. She loves, beef. She loves chicken, rice, turkey. There's corn in there. There's carrots in there. Like she loves like real food, and she has basically stopped eating all the fake shit. So I have dry food that I was giving her, and she would eat, but I would like put stuff with it. I would put like a crack an egg in there with it, or I'd put some wet food together with the dry food. And she doesn't do none of that anymore. She won't even eat the wet food. I bought this newer wet food that's actually much better, and it's like actually looks like real food inside there. But even that she won't touch. She'll literally like just not eat all day because she's waiting for me to go get her some more meat or more anything. Like this is from grandma. Grandma made this. Oh wait, back one more. A little closer up. That's her like maize style bowl. Whoops. Somehow flipped it on us. But yeah, that was that. Oh boy. A lot of footage tonight, but it worked out a little different way of recording. So thanks DC for hanging out and co-hosting. I think that's going to do it for me. Probably head over to the after show. Well, let me just wrap up here, I guess. Oh, you can follow me now, camera, please. Thank you. So I have to figure out something for my Jezebel. I have to decide. I may maybe do a little bit of a design on the table. And actually, I could use Garden Savvy for that. I have a membership at something called Garden Savvy. Have you heard of it, DC?
It sounds familiar.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up right now. GardenSavvy.com. This is the social media section of it. But then there is a whole section called the Garden Hortisketch. Oh, there it is. Hortisketch. And I can get you a discount for a year membership at this website, which gives you an AI that's nothing but for growing. It's only for growing and farming. And then also the social media portion where you can ask questions and comment on people's posts and post your own stuff and yada yada. And then also this garden hortisketch that I'm about to show you. I hope they didn't revoke my password. I haven't used it in a while. 2.0, okay. 2.0, interesting. They've updated it. Hortisketch. Let's see if I still have my sketch in here or not. So over here, I can pick different things. So this is an above view of your yard, of your grow area. And so you can add structures, you can add terrain. So let's look at structures. You can add fencing. You can add greenhouse squares. So you can add greenhouse squares and you should be able to turn it.
This is almost like a architect feature it has.
Yeah, but I can't seem to figure it out. So I guess that is there. Is there a way to change direction with it? Let's see. What if I wanted to do this? I can't do anything with it. I'll have to watch the video at some point.
So do you put in the data, like, the exact measurement of?
You can, and I don't know how, I don't remember how to do it. So, for instance, you can build a raised bed, right? But you're supposed to be able to resize the raised bed. Oh, so the one thing that I can turn so far is the square. It's already the same on all four sides, and it lets me turn that, but it won't let me turn the other items. It won't let me make it any bigger though. It's supposed to let me resize it. Oh, so okay, it was locked. No, it's locked now. It's locked. What the heck? It's not as easy as it looks to figure out. Planting guide, dimensions.
Yeah, once you tap with it enough, you'll end up figuring everything out.
Yeah, I just don't get on here enough. I need to play around with it on Monday nights sometimes. So, right, this is a theoretical 100 by 100 foot garden size. But trying to figure out how to actually affect these things. Maybe hold shift. Well, I can move it around. Double clicking, right clicking. Huh. There's got to be a button somewhere. What's create mean? Oh, okay. Wow. Weird. Yeah, man. I'm usually pretty able to figure things out. There's only so many buttons I could be pushing here. Anyway, it's not that I have to figure it out, but I'm not that in a hurry. So, share your design, structures, or plants. So you can put like rows in, and you can spread them out like evenly, and you can design the whole thing. And what I was thinking I could do is I could use this page. They don't have an indoors setting, and so but I could still use it to design this table, the veggie table that I have here, using the Horta sketch. And I was talking to them about it when they did the sponsorship or whatever affiliation, I guess is the more pertinent word. Woody perennials. There is cannabis too. They're supposed to have cannabis in here. There's sage. They were supposed to have added cannabis just for us. Let's see if they did. Exotics. Cannabis.
Nice.
Oh, so now I can click this? What the heck, man? Just all of a sudden I'm able to move it. But can I turn it? I can. Okay, there we go. There you go. Look at this. You can. Oh.
So the system they have there, do they also have an outdoor feature like concerning zones?
What do you mean? Like your
Like we're zone 5. You know,
right?
stuff like that.
You can have a planning mode for your time of year and all kinds of stuff. Your design didn't get deleted. You're now in live mode, which only displays the plants from your Horta sketch design during its growing season, or choose a month at the top of the screen to view status. So this website really can help you like keep everything and keep track of everything.
Yeah.
I really need to use it more because this part here is just the design section. But then you go back to the Horta sketch itself, or the Garden Savvy website itself. You know, let's see. Garden planning made easy. Garden Savvy Horta sketch is the best way to plan your garden. Start planning today. So there's groups and there's all this social media stuff here. So like I can go over here and post a picture. Let's just go with one of these. About that one. Let me see if I can put emojis in here. I think I can. We can. I don't think I can put. There's no. It's all vegetable emojis. There's other ones, but there's no waving. Is it in here? Aha. Found it. Oh, dang it. So this is a very important message I'm going to put in here. I'm going to say, this is my veggie table. Here we go. Posting it. There we go. Sorry for the inconvenience. Image format you're trying to upload is not supported. Please try JPEG. That was not a. It wasn't a JPEG. That seems wrong. Well, maybe I'll just post just the table. I'll keep my ugly mug out of it. I need to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. This one. It's a JPEG. Should work. Okay. See, that's how it is. And there's also the AI, the garden AI here, which I can ask all sorts of things. How do I grow micro greens? Let's see. One moment while I get that answer. Oh, I can put pictures in here to identify plants. Need help identifying plant or disease? Ooh, that would have been helpful with Phyllis. Upload your photo and ask your question. Check this out. It's giving me step-by-step instructions. Choose your seeds. Some popular microgreens include radish, broccoli, kale, arugula, and mustard greens. You can also try sunflower and peas for a different flavor. They're giving me all kinds of good stuff in here. Watering and covering. Mist the seeds lightly with water to moisten them. Cover the tray with a lid or another tray to create a humid environment until the seeds begin to sprout. Okay. That's a lot of good information right there. Most microgreens are ready to harvest in 7 to 14 days. And they have grown to about 1 to 3 inches tall and have developed their first true leaves. Use scissors to snip. See, I've heard not to use scissors, but hey.
Because they're sterile, you should be fine.
Well, no, I've heard that if you have a nice thick like carpet of microgreens, you want to use a nice sharp knife, like a nice sharp longer knife. That's what someone else told me. But I think to each his own on that one. Rinse your fresh cut greens gently and use them in salads, sandwiches. How do you store them though? Maybe I should ask, how do you store them? By microgreens, you'll have a continuous supply of tasty and healthy greens right at your fingertips. Enjoy your gardening adventure. Very cool. See that? That's how this AI works. You can go down and look at other people's pictures and videos. Let me know if you want a discount, if you want to get a membership. Anybody out there? Hey, what's up, Joe? Appreciate you coming in over on the Rumble. Be quiet night over here in for the indoor farmer. But we got our man DC hanging out here, holding it down. All right, DC, we're gonna wrap it up. I was gonna plant these trays, but the show kind of went long anyway. Where are we anyway? Let's see. I gotta put us back up here to find out how long. We got 20 minutes. I could maybe get this done in 20 minutes. I got something to show you though. Let's try it. Let's do this. Check this out. Ah, well now. Okay. So I've got a second camera over here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. First, we're going to check the pH. I got one glove here to use for all this. Oh, I need to go and grab my peroxide. Be right back. Stay there, camera. Joe Orzel, what's up, my guy? What do you got going on tomorrow, DC?
I gotta deal with the backyard. Start tearing down this old shed, repurposing the parts, and then start expanding the garden in the backyard, fence it up, and prepping the ground and all that good stuff. Oh, and then putting
man.
up
You just start getting the fence.
What was that?
I was just gonna say I need to start planning out a fence too.
And I got a rain catcher with a 55-gallon drum. I've already got it all set up. I had it being used in a different location, but yeah, we're gonna get it connected here. Have that irrigating the garden outside.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, the dogs, they're going to have a pretty large dog house. Yeah, it's pretty large. I don't know the exact measurement, but it's, I would say as far as height, it's about 4.5 feet tall and maybe about 7 feet deep, 8 feet deep. About maybe 4 feet wide. So on top of their roof is going to be flat at an angle, and we already have a new shed out there out back. So I have the dog house right next to it, maybe about 9 feet away. So in between the dog house and the new shed, that old shed's going to be taken apart and be connected to both new shed and dog house. And the roofs are going to be connected to each other, where the dog house at the end is going to have a flower bed on the roof, and all that rain will be flushing through the root system.
So my alkalinity is pretty low on this. My pH is still looking pretty good. I like the pH just staying where it's at now. It works out much nicer. Between the fact that I use it more, I use more of the water out of the tank, so I'm putting in RO water, and also that it just has the what is it, the driftwood that's in there. I need to keep an eye on that water level. I have the RO system turned on right now to get water to or fill the aquarium up. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna mix up the cocoa core. Now that I did the pH check, and we're going to need our trays ready. These are our lids. Got to decide what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish up the bulls beat blood beats bulls and the purple kohlrabi, or should we try something else? I think I'm gonna continue with those, just so I can kind of keep practicing the same ones. All right, so we got our 2 trays right here. Get this out of the way. And we'll even take this out of the way. There's our 2 pouches. Got our peroxide ready. Hippies, the heart so wide. Let me mix this up real quick.
They've got it all. In their world of peace, they stand tall. On their site, you'll find treasures galore. Cannabis seeds, lights, and so much more. Smoking devices, merch that's hip. Every item they sell comes with a happy.
Basically inoculating this cocoa core with water from the aquarium. Not that it's needed, but microgreens don't need it, but...
Hey, Waden.
Yes, sir. You gotta go?
I'm going to have to get off for a second.
That's okay, man. You have a good night, bro.
Yeah.
If you see me on the after show, come say hi.
Not a problem. Bye, everybody.
Hope you're doing all right, bro.
Love
you.
y'all.
Good night. Let's. DC Sweets, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, DC. I hope my mic is still working. I might have to switch mics real quick.
With the hippies, you'll be free.
Right. Oh, sorry about that. Should be able to hear me now. Just visiting out of on the farm. Okay. It grows, so I'm checking pots. Okay, so that's awesome, Joe. Hope everything checked out okay. I don't want to use too much or too little of this. I want it to be just right.
They print your dreams on hats and tees, logos, stickers, hoodies with these. In hippie holler, under the sun, they celebrate life. One by one. Their group on Facebook, so large and so bright. They bring the community together in life. Giving back, sharing joy, they set the pace. In the world of the hippies, there's always a place. Oh, the hippies, with love they spread. Happy hippie headshots, where communities fed.
If you're watching on Rumble and you happen to have X, go follow me on X. I do other posts and, responses to big accounts and stuff like that. Okay, I don't know that I think that's enough. Or Not too much either, hopefully. It's a much better second camera situation than I've tried in the past, so I'm pretty happy about this camera setup here. Don't need more. See if that's enough. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Not everybody has to watch the Indoor Farmer show, but everybody has to eat. That's what this show's about. All of us, have this, at least this in common. We don't all have to eat the same things, but we all need the same nutrients, which is kind of interesting, right? Don't have to eat the same things, but we do need the same types of nutrients, proteins and amino acids and antioxidants and not everybody has to eat vegetables either. I actually like the carnivore diet a lot. I may end up doing it more at some point. But I also like vegetables. If not for medicinal uses, you have, a reason to grow vegetables for livestock purposes. If you were to eat just meat, you could be growing livestock and growing vegetables for the livestock. There's a way to do it. All right, we got 2 trays looking lovely. Okay. I think I can take this off now. I'll turn these around. You guys can see them. Let's see, last glove I had, so. Oh. Excuse me. Oof. Volunteers with hearts so true. This podcast lives because of you. So follow me, let's keep it strong. Across the platforms all night Yeah, I don't have as strong of a multi-platform community as I'm hoping to have, but maybe one day. Thank you for whoever might be hanging out from Facebook right now. And of course, my Rumble viewers who I know don't really comment much, but I have some Rumble fans over there. All right, more Bull's Blood beats. Here we go. I don't want too many in there. I'm trying to fix something with the Rumble Studios, and if I can do that, then I'll be live on locals during my show as well. So then we can just shut off the rest, and the boom goes like seamlessly straight to the after show, which is going to be really cool. But can't do it yet. In my studio, the plants grow tall. Cannabis and food, I grow it all. Okay. Should be good to go. I'm just going to spray them down with peroxide to deter mold and to help their roots. I don't think it helps their roots grow, but it's good for roots. Probably be dry by that time, but learning together, the buzz, it's happened. Weed in the air, knowledge to gain. Waylon's the host, and he's running the game. I bring in the guests from far and wide. Wonder what you guys thought of Game Night's game last night. That's a mouthful. The new game that we started playing last night on Game Night. Oh, he said one of these I cover up a little bit. Oh, poop. I can't remember which one. Which one of these did you cover up? Let me look at a picture, see if I can decipher it. Let's see. It would be this picture, if anything. I'm pretty sure it's the Bull's Blood beats. See if I can do it without getting too messy. Almost for a reasonable fee. To me. Way to go. All right, let's put that there. That there. And we'll get us a spoon. That will work. That's a bad idea. Didn't spread it out as easily as I thought. Should have just got some dry cocoa core. Yeah, that was a bad move, Waylon. Guess I can get some cocoa core. Don't really want to do that though now, but I'll just get a tiny bit. Just a little sprinkle. All right, let me just hit these again.
Lives a man named Waylon with his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer. No fields, no barn, no plow.
That may end up not working out so well for me, but it also might be okay because microgreens need a little weight sometimes to help them grow, and sort of pushes them or sort of gives them that resistance. Let's get some paper towel.
On Sunday, games are rolling at 5:30 start. The indoor farmers game night where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The indoor farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Wheeling the indoor farmer with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday to Thursday, his voice is
One more little piece. Oh, a little bit bigger than that, please. It's tomorrow night. Reviews.
Wednesday, we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the land. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone, he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the indoor farmer with this podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the
Okay. You can actually just leave these here until I decide to put them under the lights so I can check them again.
So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast where the urban farmer
All right, everybody. It is just over the 2 hours. We made it. All right. I may not go over to the after show tonight. Not really any point. I think I'll probably try to do a little live sesh tomorrow and get the game night winners taken care of tomorrow. I've also got to find something to review don't have to, but that's the whole point. Like, is it supposed to force me to do that? Get out of the house, go see an event or a small business, or go find a restaurant I haven't tried yet, or even stay in and watch a movie that's controversial or sort of big box office type movie that everyone's either likes or hates, and it's a big deal. Like the Captain America movie is kind of interesting because of the controversy behind it, and because of the interview that Anthony Mackie did, where he kind of just said Captain America is not really about America or something, or isn't supposed to be for, or isn't supposed to be. I forget how he said it, but something to do with it not really an American. You don't have to be American to be Captain America. I'm like, okay. Anyway, it was weird, but I want to watch that movie just because of the Red Hulk and stuff. And I heard it was bad. I heard it wasn't that good, but that's okay. We're going to watch it and maybe do a review on that. So I do that on Tuesday. So either way, I'm going to try to figure something out. And if I have to, I'll just come on and check out events and see what I'll be I do a planning episode once in a while and see what events I'm going to go to and that kind of thing. And so there is that option too. Anyway, you guys all have a good night. Go sign up on Locals, the indoorfarmer.locals.com. Hit that follow button over there on the Rumble if you haven't yet. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 again. I'm thinking about 8:30 being my show time, or going much earlier to like mid-afternoon or early morning. Not early morning, but like mid-morning, 10 or 11-ish in the morning, and doing my show then. I'm really considering changing it. I definitely need to change the show and put all 5 shows at the same time. It's going to help. It's going to be, good for a lot of things. Kayla, still with me? Yeah, you have a good night too. Yeah, it's going to be helpful for a lot of things. And look, I don't care. Maybe I don't have any commenters except for a few of you loyal friends over there, Kayla and Joe and DC and such, Margaret. I have a few of you guys. I appreciate you coming through, but I'm still trucking on. Honestly, the show and the podcast is a secondary thing. It's supposed to be help motivate me. Motivates me, it does, and maybe sometimes a little bit too much scrolling and commenting on the social media. So what's really the motivation is to get my ass filling these trays, growing these microgreens, really kicking it into gear for this summer. Honestly, I'm probably a little bit too late already to be farther along as far as like several more trays. I mean, I probably need to buy more trays too. I think I have 10 sets, maybe more. Probably need like 20 or 30 sets because I need a lot of bottoms to do, like use them as lids like this. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I can't wait to do it. I'm moving up, and I'll show all those Facebook haters over there and the censorship regime of Facebook. We'll get back on there one day, and then what we'll do is we'll do little teaser episodes, or not episodes, but teaser portions of the show where we say, well, if you want to see the rest, come on over. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace. Remember, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm waving the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Whalers here, and